Amazing people, bonjour! Today is a good day to validate yourself. What I mean by validating yourself, it's giving yourself permission to be you. To act, to speak, to build, to create things simply because they are meaningful to you, before expecting anybody to agree or not with it. Validating yourself means honoring how unique you are and remembering the fact that you are enough just the way you are now. And it's acknowledging the fact that before belonging to any group, you belong to yourself first. The purpose of today's episode is to help you increase your self-esteem, your happiness, your self-confidence, and your sense of purpose in life. And to do that, I have a question for you. Do you tend to overthink before doing or saying something because you're overthinking and worrying about how other people will perceive you? Or do you sometimes overthink so much that you end up saying nothing or doing nothing? I have 2 quotes for you today, and the first one is one of my favorite one ever. It's from Oscar Wilde, and it's "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." Let me say that again. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. This is a topic very important for me. Well, like all the topics I'm talking about in this podcast, but that one especially. Younger, when I was at school, I used to struggle a lot with my self-esteem because I was a bit different than the other girls. I didn't have the same center of interest than them. I felt left aside. I was very often sad about it, and I remember I journaled one day in my notebook, why can't I be normal? Why do I have to be different? Why can't I just be like the other girls? I was struggling to be comfortable in my skin because I was constantly looking for external validation, when all I was truly craving was my own. Younger, some people judged me because of how much passionate I was about hockey, and that would hurt me a lot. I started feeling guilty for loving hockey, or I would always enjoy playing football with the boys during school break instead of just sitting with the girls and talking. People criticized me a lot, and well, I'm sure sometimes some are still criticizing me, but I really don't care because I learned to embrace who I am for the sole reason that I will never be able to please everybody. And that's okay, that's normal. But the first person in the whole world that I need to focus on pleasing before I please anyone else is myself. And that's the same for you. Today and every day coming, please, I really want you to practice to stop trying to be liked by everybody. Because I'm sure you don't even like everybody in the first place. There must be some people that you don't appreciate, like for example, I really don't like Donald Trump. I have a reflection for you to help you even more. Consider people like food. You don't like every single food that exists in the world. That's the same for people. Does the chocolate hate himself or feel guilty to be a chocolate because broccoli isn't like him, or that broccoli doesn't like all the sugar he puts into people's body? Like, no, like chocolate. It's a funny example. Now I'm picturing a chocolate bar and broccoli having a conversation. So it's funny in my head. But like the chocolate doesn't care about not being liked by the broccoli because one is a vegetable and the other one is... I don't even know what chocolate is. It's... I don't know, sugar, like fruit? Yeah, it's the cacao fruit. But it's also good for the mind, so this is not a campaign against chocolate. Eat chocolate if you want to. I love eating the dark one. 80% of cacao, it's very good. Or the one with almonds, it's very nice. But anyway, this is not the point here, so back to being serious a bit. So for you, here is a tips. When you want to say or do or create something, whatever, but you're overthinking about what other people might think about you, then think about that one person you don't like and ask yourself, would you care about what that specific person would think about what you're gonna do? I'm sure you are not gonna care because you don't appreciate the person. And so you don't really care about what she thinks about you. Moreover, you giving yourself permission to validate who you are is precious. Because it's gonna increase your feeling of freedom, of joy. You'll go through your day with a lighter heart and be more comfortable in your body. And giving yourself that permission is your birthright. And if some people do not appreciate what you do, then let them be. It's their right. You don't enjoy neither what everybody is doing. You don't like all the outfits that everybody wears, like you have your own style, and that's fine. Focus on the people who appreciate you for who you are. But the most important person that needs to appreciate you first is yourself. If something is important to you and it's meaningful enough for you, then that's the only thing you need to know. For example, not everybody is going to listen to nor enjoy this podcast I'm doing. I don't care, because it's their right. I'm not doing this to make everybody happy. I'm doing this because it makes me happy first, trying to help other people being happier. So, as you're gonna go through your day, ask yourself, what do I want to say, or do, or write, or create that brings me joy? How do I want to behave today? How do you want to dress? Which outfit do you want to wear? Is your behavior aligning with the values you want to embody and how you want to show up in the world? If the answer is yes, then that's all you need to know. Take pride in who you are. And take pride in what you can bring to the table, whatever you want to bring, because there is nobody else like you, and that is your superpower. However, there's one massive point that I want to highlight around this topic of validating yourself and doing what brings you joy, and it's being respectful of other people's needs and other people's space. To quote the British philosopher John Stuart Mill, my freedom ends where your freedom starts. So yes, please go and be yourself, but make sure you're being respectful of other people at the same time. And the second quote I have for you today is from Meir Ezra, and it's, "The purpose of validating yourself is to enable you to validate others." This is very important because by you allowing yourself to be you, you're gonna feel way more free. Free from fears, free from concerns, free from judgments, and you will become way more tolerant regarding other people. Because you will be way more tolerant regarding who you are. And sometimes we have the tendency to be mean towards other people because we are being mean to ourselves. Or we have the tendency to be very critical towards other people because we are very critical to ourselves first. So please, give yourself a chance to have a more peaceful mind and stop chasing the idea of how you think people want you to be, so you can step back into your power and become more of who you want to be. Before closing this episode, I want to share with you a speech from Kobe Bryant to give you some extra inspiration.
What I'm going to tell them is be yourself. That's it. Be you. Be you. There's no gimmick. You don't have to contrive anything. Who are you? Where are you today? What is your story? Where does that come from?
That's it for today's episode, champions. Thank you so much for having listening to that one. Your presence here means the absolute world to me. I am deeply humbled, honored, and grateful that you are here right now. This is a reminder that who you are is enough, simply because you are a breathing human being. It's a reminder that you are loved, that you are seen, that you're appreciated, and please take good care of you. Take good care of your mind, of your physical health, of your self-talk. Take good care of you. I wish you to have a great day, and if you cannot have a great day, then just have a day, because that's great too. If you've enjoyed this episode or this podcast, please rate and review or share it with a friend, because we get stronger together and sharing is caring. Today is a good day to validate yourself, and you matter, and I believe in you. Okay, bye now, you're amazing!